Hello, I am Cathartic Psychic Healer, and this is a soul purpose reading for Scorpio. And I like soul purpose readings because soul purpose readings actually offers insight on your life purpose in general. You know what I mean? It's not a reading that's a month to month basis. This is basically the purpose why you're born, and this will help you if you don't know your purpose. This will help you get to know your purpose and to find your purpose and to also know what you need to do to get there quicker. Let's start. So the first card up here is called the the actual soul card. It's actually who you are, who you were born, how the stars were aligned, and who you are as a person since the day you were born, and your strengths and everything like that. And Scorpio, you have the World card. You have the World card, and the World card represents new directions, lessons learned, and growing to a new level. So a lot of Scorpios, I've a lot of Scorpios have like there was like some sort of suffrage since the day that they were born, and I think that had a lot to do with the 28-year cycle of Saturn, I believe it was, and now that that has gone, new directions is going to take place, and I'll tell you, like the World card has so many. The World card used to be the Magician card, and the Magician card is one who has unique forces helping them, like in the heavens and as well on the earth. The most interesting thing about the World card is that it's like pretty much everything, all the elements into one. It's very harmonious. Harmonious. It's so crazy because in the upper left hand corner, humanity who represents emotions and water. This emotional aspect is often represented by music. In the upper left hand corner, it's represented by music. So some Scorpios may be like musical people where they can hear music or they can play music or they can sing. The eagle in the upper right represents like intellect, writing, and the element of air. So that's all the air signs: Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So you have the ability to write, and your emotions are influenced by music. At the lower left, the bull, there's a bull here, and the bull represents the earth and physical death, like physical dying, not dying on like the emotional plane, like how the magician turned into the World card. So the bull also represents talent and sculpture. Sculpture, literally sculpture. You know what I mean? Like actually sculpting stuff with your hands. And in the bottom right, across adjacent from the bull is a lion, and that represents strength, creativity, painting, and the element of fire. So you have all forms of talent. You were born so talented. You know what I mean? With each sign, um, you got Taurus, Leo, and the Aquarian in the upper left hand corner. That's the Aquarians are known for humanity, and that is represented by music, sculpture, writing, music, and intellect. The eagle is intellect, so that's all the air signs. So you have a lot of great avenues. You know what I mean? And it's all into one, and it's all balled into one, and you can create. You can go through any path. You can write your own music. You can find your talent. You don't need anyone else to help you find your talent. Like what type of talent you are, and you're also strong and creative. And a Leo represents the element of fire and painting also. I would say just say whatever element that you're strong in, try to work on other elements. You know what I mean? To see how that transcends into the other elements. So like the lion represents painting and fire and courage. And the bull represents sculpture, talent, and physical death. And the upper left hand corner, the male figure represents humanity, life, and the element of music. You know what I mean? So a lot of Scorpios are represented and are heavily involved in the music. And then the eagle represents intellect. You know what I mean? So maybe if you lack intellect, maybe try to expand your vocabulary. Maybe if you lack, you know what I mean, if you don't really know how to paint or draw, just try it because actually it may actually help you your whole entire life purpose. It may help you deal with certain things. So whatever element that my advice to you, Scorpio, whatever element that you're strong in, try to do the opposite of the World card, which is music, writing, and then the eagle, which is intellect, and then the bull, which is creativity, sculpture, and physical death. You know what I mean? So like physical death, I mean the lion, which represents painting and fire. So whatever you are strong in, try to work on other things that you are weak in, And that's what I would say, like, because it'll balance everything out and everything will be a little bit easier for you, and they will actually help each other. They will actually help each other. And the wands that the world card, the wands that she holds, is the same wand that the magician held too. So the universe is really on your side. Okay, next we have the lovers. And the lovers represents, like, I mean, this card position represents the past. And it represents like being selective, free will, attraction, decision, evolution to a higher plane, which is really good because you have an angel here who is blinded. But just because the angel is blindfolded does not mean that the angel does not know where he or she is going. And it's a male figure, you know what I mean? So I feel like the past has a lot to do with your relationships and things like that. And, especially the lover's card, um, I think maybe a few of you are maybe blinded by your past relationships to see, blinded by your own life purpose. You know what I mean? And I think that was just like a distraction because you have the world and you have the lovers, and the lovers is an angel, and the angel is trying to help you through the world, and being distracted by the love of your life and things like that. You weren't really focused on developing your creativity like in the world card. You know what I mean? So that's my advice to you, is to try to develop that. You know what I mean? Your sole purpose is try to develop that within the arts, because you can do it, Scorpio. Okay, right now you're more spiritual than you ever were. You know what I mean? So from the time you were born, maybe you had some doubts, maybe especially stuff going on, you know what I mean, like in life period and in relationships. But you right now, you're aware of your blessings. You know what I mean? You're aware of the spiritual world, and the knowledge that other people have about the spiritual world. You're very keen and open to it. You are receiving good advice and you are giving good advice right now, and it's very stabilizing, and that's really good because that's a really strong solidified card to have right now, is the Heriophant, and that's what you have right now. So that's very good, Scorpio. Next, the last card is the activation card. This card is what you need to do to actually really, really activate that soul purpose card, that creativity, that music, that humanity, that caring for humanity, being intellectual, and developing, arts and stuff, and having appreciation of life. That's what the bull represents. So what you need to do right now is to seek guidance from the hermit. And the hermit says, you know what I mean? You have to really go inside yourself on an inward journey and meditate. There's going to be some humility, the morality and virtues of life. You know what I mean? You're going to refine those things. You're going to be reminded of those things. And it's going to help you to stay on path. And it's going to help you obtain that knowledge that you need in order to get your life purpose, what you were here to do. And it says student as teacher and teacher as student, and searching for the truth. You can only find yourself by searching for the truth of yourself, even if it hurts. You know what I mean? You're going in, you're looking inward, and you know your faults. You know what I mean? Before you didn't know your thoughts, but now that you have the Hierophant and the Hermit is telling you to go on an inward journey, that will really, really activate your soul purpose, and that makes really sense. I mean, that makes a lot of sense because the Hermit, no one, like, people see like celebrities and stars and stuff like that, but no one sees the inner journey that they've done to get to where they've done. A lot of celebrities were really homeless. They really had to seek guidance and meditate and search for God, and search whoever for whatever they believe in. They had to be really aware of themselves, and not only aware of their conscious self, but aware of their subconscious self. And Scorpio, you need to go on an inward journey, and you need to do that. Before the first like 28 to 30 years, you know what I mean? You are aware in your conscious, but in your subconscious, I feel like there's some changing habits that need to go on or new things you need to learn about the spiritual world. You know what I mean? About God and about whoever you believe in or whatever you believe in. There's some inward journey that you're going to have to still do. We think we know, you know what I mean, until our experiences change us, and then, you know what I mean, then a new experience happens, and then, you know what I mean, we're one step closer to that higher entity that we pray to. We're one step closer to God. We're one step closer to Buddha. We're one step, you know what I mean, we're more intuitive, So That's what you need to do. Keep going on that inward journey if you already are on that inward journey. Work on your weaknesses. You know what I mean? And your weaknesses are not weak at all. They're actually, you just, one holds prominence over the other. You know what I mean? So if you're a musician and a writer, you know what I mean? Step away and start doing sculpture. You know what I mean? Or step away and do a painting. You know, or if you're a painter, do the opposite. You know what I mean? Step away and do a writing, because it all balances out. You know what I mean? The world is on your side. You're very balanced. You're very structured. You're very stand up, and you will be blessed. You're aware of your blessings now because of your sight and your influence and your intuition. Scorpios are very intuitive, but go on an inward journey, and that is my message to you. Please comment, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to receive notifications immediately when I upload a video. Thanks for watching, Scorpio.